Alright, looks like I kind of messed that up. Alright, hey everybody, welcome to JayPTek. This is the first live stream of the channel. I just wanted to give... Looks like I kind of messed that up. Let me mute that. I just wanted to give you guys a good introduction to the channel, let you see the face of JayPTek. My name is Jeremy. Just a little bit about me. I did 8 years in the US Air Force. I'm out now. I've been building PCs most of my life. I built my first brand new computer when I was about 14 and was tearing them apart all the years before that. I'm currently 30 years old. Right now I'm on my last 6 classes of my bachelor's in information technology. I'll be then moving on to my master's. But really that's enough about me. Let's focus on the channel. And really, I just wanted to take the time in this video to let you guys know what's to come, kind of give you a, let you see the face of JayPTek. Right now, the channel is self-funded by myself. I plan to look at other avenues of funding. Right now, I'm just using Patreon and Amazon. So if you use Amazon links, that's greatly appreciated. Where have I been? The last over a month you haven't seen a video from me, and I know I've been promising more and more videos. So what I've been doing is working on the office, trying to get the lighting better in here, trying to get some new work surfaces so that I can sit or stand. I did some painting in here, and basically I've been kind of taking my time, just like clearing my mind and figuring out exactly what I want to do with this channel. So far I've posted some game performance videos, and I like the feedback I'm getting on it, and I like that you guys are asking a lot of questions, and it's triggering a lot of discussion, and I like getting involved with that. The channel is going to continue to do game performance reviews. It's going to cover probably some game reviews as well. No, it's not always going to be Battlefield 1. I know I have some questions on that. Battlefield 1 just happens to be a good modern game that is CPU demanding and kind of separates itself from the games where the processor is not as important. So I liked using that game for that instance. There's other games that are probably equally or similar demanding, and we'll be getting away from Battlefield. I look forward to suggestions from the viewers. I like playing shooters a lot, but I also like playing adventure games, racing games, strategy games. Just recently I was playing the Age of Empires Definitive Edition beta. That's actually out now to buy, I believe. So I'm gonna have to get a hold of that, but that's a really fun classic that I enjoy playing. So really, I want to know from you guys in the comments or through Twitter at JayPTek, what do you want to see on the channel? Tell me, anything tech related that you'd like to see on the channel, and I'll try to see if I can make it happen. But beyond game reviews, I'm going to be trying to cover, a little bit of software stuff as well, but there's going to be a lot of computer hardware and peripheral stuff that we're going to be looking at. Currently, I'm working on the review for this monitor stand right here that I recently got. This is the Vivo dual monitor stand. These Kanto speakers have a review coming. I started working on the videos on that. I just have to get them finished up for you. Later this week, I'm finally going to be releasing the coffee-like temperature results from the D-lighting on both the 8600K and the 8700K. I know that's been a really long time coming, and I really apologize for that. That's not going to be the trend of the channel going forward. So like I say, later this week that video will be out, and next week I'm not sure if it'll be the stand or the speakers, but we're gonna have one of those out. I'm trying to get to the point where I can do one video a week for you guys, and the long-term goal is going to be to increase the quality as I go. Like I want to work on my presentation skills. Part of the reason I'm doing this live stream right now is to kind of step out of my comfort zone and warm up to the channel and just do the best I can to make the channel good. What I don't want to be is just the next tech guy that's doing all the same stuff that everybody else is doing. So if you notice in my videos, I'm kind of looking at game performance a little bit differently. I'm trying to kind of peel back a layer that nobody else really, well, not nobody, but the main reviewers don't really seem to be looking at. And, you know, that's multiplayer performance. It's kind of some, you know, setting the game up, different settings. I noticed there's just some like industry generalized views on things like, you know, 1080p is the only CPU demanding resolution out there, and you know, once you hit QHD and up, it's more of the video card. But you know, that's not really true. And if you've seen some of my videos so far, you'll kind of get a taste of how that's not really the case. You know, if you play QHD or even 4K on low enough settings, it'll shift the load more so to the CPU. And those are just the types of things. I just want to give people another view at things. I don't want to give the same view that everybody else is giving. So, you know, I hope that I can deliver on that. And by the way, if see, there's a couple people watching now. If you have any questions during this, feel free to ask me. I'm going to try to keep an eye on the chat. You know, any questions you have right now, just ask me. But lost my train of thought. So my other goal too is to give you honest views on things, and that's one of the things I like about buying stuff on my own is when I buy these products, there's a reason that I'm buying them, and it's because there's qualities that I like in them. And I don't really have any brand loyalty, and I just don't like that view that you know, one company is the only one that makes a good product. So I kind of look at different views on things, and I plan to share that with you guys. And I hope it's appreciated. I really, you know, I'm going to criticize some things. I'm going to point out some good things about, you know, different products and games or whatever it is that I'm looking at. And, you know, just kind of see where that takes the channel, really. Now, another thing, the reason I was originally supposed to have the H700i case to open today, but FedEx hasn't delivered, so that won't be happening. What I will be showing you guys, though, is this is going to be used in there. This is the Seasonic 850 Prime Gold. We're not going to quite open it just yet, but one of the reasons why I want to do an opening is because I want to test live unboxings and like question sessions on products. So what I'm thinking I want to do for the channel is, you know, I'll get a product every so often. I haven't determined the frequency yet, but you know, I'll get something like this and I'll open it. I'll show you guys everything that's in it. If you have questions along the way or want to know little details, I'll try to get the camera on it and show you. And I just think that this is going to be a good way of doing an unboxing so that people can get questions answered, you know, on the spot, you know, as long as they're able to see the live stream, or even people asking questions can help the people that watch later get the answers they're potentially looking for. So that's something I'm gonna try to work on. And then what I'll end up doing is probably a follow-up video, basically sharing my experience with it. And I look forward to the feedback on that. I hope that, you know, I like honest feedback. If you think it sucks or it's a terrible idea, let me know. We'll see how it goes, you know, and I'll try to make improvements while I can. Like I say, the live streaming is kind of a uncomfortable thing for me right now, and you know, I think if I keep doing it more and more, I'll get more comfortable with it and produce a good product, I think. So let's see here. And I scribbled down some notes, and I don't know how much it's helping, to be honest. So I kind of already covered this, but the goals of the channel is to be honest, reliable, open-minded, different than the next guy, and answer as many questions as I can. If you guys have noticed so far, I get into the comments a lot. I give you lengthy answers, and you know, I hope that's appreciated. I'm not trying to, you know, sometimes I respond really wordy and everything, but I'm not trying to like shove somebody one way. I just want to make sure that you have like your information in order, because you know, if you're going to spend your hard-earned money on something, I want, you know, you to just have the right information, you know, and that way you can go prepared, you know, and don't and I'm not even saying like my word is the only thing that matters. Like, I highly encourage anybody, when this comes to anything, is to take information from different sources. You know, if I say one thing, kind of check it out, see if anything else matches up with that, or you know, see how different what I'm saying is, and you know, just pull what you need out of it. I highly encourage that. So another one of the things I'm working on right now is, since I do game a lot, I started a Twitch account, and it's, you know, it's got some work. My primary focus is right here on YouTube, and I'm going to try to give you guys the best content I can on this channel. But if you want to catch me on my leisure time doing some gaming, lately it's been a lot of PUBG and whatever else I feel like playing, really. But I'm open to some suggestions if you guys want to see some stuff, and maybe I can even do some live performance analysis. I think that that might be kind of neat as well. But yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat. It's JP Owns is what my Twitch name is. Like I said, there's not a whole lot going on that right now, but I will be streaming fairly often. So really, I just wanted to give you guys the chance to meet me, know who's talking on the channel. I know you haven't seen my face on the channel yet. All you've seen was my hands in the Coffee Lake video, and yeah, just wanted to show you the face of JayP Tek. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up and kind of see what you guys think of doing this live unboxing. And maybe I'll think of some stuff I might have forgot along the way. So what this is right here, this is a Seasonic Prime Gold 850 watt power supply. And I actually picked this up a couple months ago, but I wanted to wait and open it on the channel with you guys. And it's gonna go in the new case that was supposed to arrive today, so that's why I figure I'll open this instead. I've been using Seasonic power supplies for several years, really. They make some good stuff. I like Corsair and some other brands as well. But Seasonic has just been a good company, and they make power supplies for other companies. Like, I used to buy Antec power supplies a good bit, and they were, and I'm not 100% certain if they still are, but Seasonic was making a lot of their power supplies for them. You know, it's pretty standard procedure, I guess, with a lot of these new power supplies, but this one comes wrapped in like a nice felt bag. You know, it's nice, but my opinion on this is like, I'm not going to use that for much anything. I mean, maybe you can keep some cables or whatever you want to keep in it, but to me, I just keep getting these things and, you know, it ends up in the trash or something. But here's a look at the, this is the Prime Gold. I don't remember what I paid for this. I got this on Newegg. Here's all the power outputs. I like that. One thing I'm liking already is that the labeling on it is consistent on both sides. If you've ever seen some power supplies, there's like, there'll be an ugly sticker on one side potentially if your fan's up. So I like that this one's consistent on both sides. That's kind of cool. And by the way, I appreciate the 2 people that are watching me right now. So in this box, they really took the time to package everything very nicely in here. I'm sorry if this is kind of picking up loud on me. These bags are loud, huh? Alright, so plenty of cables. There's a couple things I'm thinking of already. I know there's stats on cable length. If you go to the Seasonic website, they actually have really good detail on what cables are included. And the length of them too, because that's pretty important. Some cases you find that you end up not being able to reach what you need to. So we have our typical ATX power right here. We have a couple 8 pins. This is PCI power. Another PCI power. Another PCI power, and then we have our, let's see, we have a Molex one, 4-pin Molex, another 4-pin Molex, SATA, there is, looks like 6 SATA power, nope, actually 10, so this one looks to support 10 SATA power right out of the box. And wow, even if you want to run like a floppy drive or something, a little power adapter in here. I can't think of anything offhand that I use this for currently. But yeah, plenty of power connectors. One thing I'm interested in, let's see. I find that the 8-pin power for the motherboard, 4 or 8-pin, are usually not too long. This one seems relatively long. I look forward to setting this up in the case and making sure it reaches, because sometimes by the time you organize all your wires and get it where they're going, you fall a little bit short. So plenty of wires with this power supply. 850 watt is a little bit more than I need. This is going in a system that has pretty much what I've been doing all the videos with, actually. It's the 8700K that I have overclocked at 5 gigahertz. Has 2.6 of G-Skill RGB Trident's memory in it. DDR4 3200. I'm using the Z370 Hero motherboard, the Asus Strix 1080 Ti, and then I have a 950 Pro NVMe drive on there, an 850 Evo 1 terabyte, and then there's a platter drive that I have in there. So really 850 watts is kind of overkill for the situation, but you know, in the event that maybe I want to throw another 1080 Ti in there or something, there's also some other advantages too, like you can keep the fan on here spinning at a lower rate, maybe even silent depending on the power draw. So that's kind of a perk. Let's see what else we have. So this is kind of another thing with Seasonic. I mean, like, how many bags of accessories and owner's manuals are Ziploc like this? And I noticed, I totally forgot what Seasonic I have in there currently, but it kind of came with some of the similar stuff. So you get some zip ties. A lot of companies are doing this right now, and then you also get these awesome little Velcro cable organizers. It looks like you get 5 of them, so that's pretty handy. If you like your stickers and labels, of course, there's a nice hard Seasonic label. Oh, Look at they got you taken care of. You can have the hard label, and there's even a sticker if that's what you're wanting. And of course your owner's manual. Okay, they even included the 4 screws you need to mount this in the case. So that's pretty handy. So power supply is probably not the most exciting thing to open. I really wanted to open that case today. I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be the case I use for my main system. Right now I'm using a S340 Elite, which has been a really good case. When I saw the H700i come out, I got pretty excited about that because it kind of builds on this design. It's just, I like that clean and simple look. You know, I could probably do without the fan hub that it includes, but I'm gonna give it a shot and see what it's about. They were recently had a promo on it on Newegg for $170 US, and then there's like a $10 mail-in rebate. And I like to get everything, you know, the cheapest that I can, really. So that made it the time to jump for me. But this case in the current Seasonic, can't remember if it's a 750 or 850 watt. That's going to go to the Ryzen system because I'm trying to get that set back up. I was transferring back and forth a lot, trying to look at Ryzen performance. I used the Ryzen 1700 for probably a few months until Coffee Light came out, and I've been mostly spending time with the 8600K and the 8700K. But I really want to get the Ryzen system back up and running, and I want to, you know, kind of revisit it and see if anything's changed in some of the applications that I thought were lacking. What I'm really waiting on right now, though, and I'm sure a lot of you are, is for those GPU prices to come down. I mean, those things are just out of this world right now in price. So, you know, I think we're gonna do one more unboxing just to kind of cover a couple things, because I want to revisit these things once I get that case in, and hopefully in the next few days I can get some feedback on this and know if I need to start covering all this stuff live. I mean, if you guys think it's a good idea, you know, because maybe I'm not showing something good enough on here, and you know, I can tell you exactly what's on here. And that goes for every product. Like I say, power supplies are kind of boring, really. You know, there's not much to them. But maybe something like the case, you might want to know if there's clearance for different things, and you know, kind of some of the more detailed features. And I think that maybe an open live stream discussion will be a good way to present those things. I'm pretty excited for feedback on that. So one of the other things I decided, I've been looking for some RGB fans. RGB fans are not for everybody. I see the love and the hate out there in the IT community. I think they're kind of cool. The thing I like about RGB is the fact that you can have no color if you want, but you can pick the colors you want, or you can have a cycle through colors, whatever. But if some of you remember, there's just a pretty large time frame where everything gaming was red, and that's just like the biggest pet peeve of mine, because I don't like red, and I don't like being force-fed red, and it's like the gamer thing to do is make everything red, and it drives me nuts. So RGB is kind of cool because it allows everybody, you know, they, for the most part, just like these fans right here, they make them pretty much all black or just more simple in design, and then you, the user, can choose what color they're going to look like, and that's what I really like about RGB. You know, my system here, if I turn off all the lights, it's, you know, a nice clean system. I'm not dealing with glaring red colors on things that I might not want them on. So that's kind of a nice thing. Let's see. By the way, this is the 3-pack of AER RGB 120 NZXT fans. cool thing about these fans is they have the ability to be hooked up to a USB header in the case, and you can use the cam software to control them. And they also work with the hue controller. And originally I wasn't going to get these fans. I'm a little more partial to the Maglev Corsair fans, the RGB ones they have out now, or even the LL fans, which are, in my opinion, from what I've seen on them anyways, look like some of the best RGB fans on the market. They do come at a price tag though. Both of those fans I mentioned, what was it? I think 3-pack of 120 fans was like $120 off the top of my head. Might be wrong on that. But I know they were substantially more expensive than these fans right here. And really, I'm only willing to spend so much on fans, and they only get so good, really. So, all right. So in the box, we have 3 AER RGB fans. And, you know, right off the bat, I feel like they're a pretty good quality fan. I don't, you know, there's nothing glaringly obvious about quality deficiencies with these. One thing I do like is the rubber isolation on both sides. It's kind of smaller on this side right here, but on this side you get a nice rubber damper, which is pretty important. It does have, there's like an indentation around here, although this like shroud around the fan does seem to come flush with the mounting surface. I was initially kind of concerned how they might do if you have them pulling air through a radiator, but I'm going to be doing some testing on that. I think they'll be fine though. And one thing I thought that was kind of neat with these is you can daisy chain them. They have, there's an in and an out, and this is for controlling the RGB lighting on the fan. Now maybe a downside to these is that the RGB only lights up around the ring. There's nothing that lights up the fan. So to me, I kind of wish the fan area lit up too, that this was like some kind of smoky color or like cloudy color, you know what I mean? But overall, I think these are gonna look good. I probably should have set up so that I could have powered them on for you and you could see what they look like. But yeah, so 3 of those fans and a whole mess of cables. So they have a nice clear diagram of what everything is. So there's these 3 of these are low noise adapters, which I probably won't be using those, because these, another reason I got these, actually, sorry, changing the subject, is I'm getting the H700i case, so I wanted to see how these kind of work, plug and play with the fan controlling system that's in those. So we'll see how that goes. Right here we have a standard Molex power if you're not going to run these off of PWM off the motherboard. And all these other cables are basically for linking, I don't know if you can see this, for linking the fans to one another. So you plug in the in and then you catch the out on the next fan. Now the only thing is, this is actually my first set of RGB fans, so I'm not really looking forward to the added, I think this is the added wire mess to deal with. I like to get all the wires nice and organized, so that's something you're gonna have to deal with these fans. Okay, so the one I plugged in right here, okay, so this one, hold on, sorry guys. So that's your USB header one. And then this one right here is for linking to the next fan. And it looks like they have This one right here is a extension cable, or if you have the fans close to each other, you can catch the next fan. So it kind of looks like that, and you just kind of stash the wire wherever you need to. And then these other two cables are for PWM power control. And on any kind of LED fan, whether it's RGB or not, PWM is pretty important because that allows you to change the fan speed without dimming the lights. Alright, comes with all the necessary screws. Whole mess of cables. I'm looking forward to organizing all these, I guess. Okay, this was the extension cable. You need just a little bit more reach. So plenty of wires. I think I paid like $80 for these, and that was what was appealing to me, is they're not crazy expensive. You don't have to have the Hue controller to control the RGB lighting for these, which I think is excellent. And I figured, what the heck, we'll give NZXT fans a shot. I've never personally owned any other than like the standard ones that came in the S340 Elite. So we'll see how those go. I'll do a follow-up review on these. We'll see how nice they look in the H700i, and you know, see if they meet my expectations as far as noise go and appearance and airflow and all that. So now that I've covered kind of a couple unboxings, I hope that I can get a little bit of feedback on this. These two items probably weren't the best. In the future, I think I want to focus a little bit more on getting, you know, some more close-ups on things. I look forward to eventually having it so that I can get some good questions popping up while I'm looking at something, and try to answer those questions for you, because that's really the big reason why I want to do the live streaming on products like this. And yeah, so definitely give me some feedback on this, guys. I'm really glad to get on here and kind of communicate with you guys, let you know what the holdup has been on some of the things, kind of let you know a little bit about myself, and you know, the direction of the channel. You know, I'm getting pretty excited about it, and I really hope that I can keep delivering videos for you guys and to continue to, you know, just up my presentation and the overall quality of what I'm trying to deliver. So thanks again for watching. As always, come back for more JayP Tek. See you guys.